transpire. I'm Priyanka, and today we're going to be doing another episode right here on our channel. But wait, hold up. It's not just any other episode. Today we're going to be discussing whether it's going to be coming home or it's going to be going to go. On that note, let us kick off the show and get in our fan list for today. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So glad to have you back.
Same here. It's a pleasure. And it is coming to room before
I,
Chinmay says
I,
anything.
I just want to point out that this is a different kind of competition. On June 10th, I was here on this show, and 1 month later, I'm still here. What a surprise! I mean, pretty sure nobody imagined that I would still be on this show, pumping around, saying it's coming home because nobody expected this to happen. But not Rome, it's coming home. Don't worry.
Yes, and of course to everyone watching, as you can see, Chinmay, Fateh, and a whole long bunch of others have been on our show. You too can be on the show if you wish, and talk about your favorite club. So do drop us a DM on our Instagram, or you can reach out on Facebook or Twitter as well. We have our handles in the ticker below, so do check us out and do DM us. So now, before we kick off, the discussion about the final, one question to you both: was that a dive?
Immobile did dive and he did get up, to celebrate when the goal was scored. Yeah, it was a dive, Priyanka. I totally agree
Okay,
with Fateh nodding his head. It was a dive, yeah.
now let me rephrase the question and ask you: was that Sterling who dived
Which one?
Totally, totally.
The one
in the
he
last
did
match?
in May,
In the
or the
last
one
match,
he? Oh, okay.
yeah.
What
So,
again?
so
Come again?
Chinmay agrees that Sterling is a diver. So Chinmay has,
He
I had no idea whether he dived in May. So that means that he's a certified
he
diver.
he takes
Sterling
the
is a
advantage.
certified diver.
He takes the advantage of 1% contact, 2% contact. But I think it would be fair to say, and if anybody here is watching this live, you can check out, quickly on your other tab. You can go to YouTube and check the dive, or check the dive, and you can see that there was contact. So I don't think you can really blame Sterling at that pace going down.
So that means, at least in my case, is that Chinmay has brought up an incident from May. So Sterling is a habitual offender. So he's somebody that we need to look at in the next match. And the moment he dies, I hope the referee is strong
Gives him
enough
a
to give
penalty.
him a
Gives
yellow
him a
card.
penalty. Yeah.
Give him a
Oh,
yellow
oh.
card. And if he continues to dive as he's a habitual offender, I hope he's sent off. We need to make
No.
examples of such divers in
So,
the sport.
Fateh, the only thing is that you would want all of our informed players, which are all 11 by the way. So you would want all of our players to get sent off so that you might have a chance at winning at Wembley. It's okay. Yeah, you can stay happy, you can dream, but it's okay. We all know where it's heading.
I think the comment just said, the Indian fans just don't care. They're just so happy, to just be in the final. And of course, you can see that on Chinmay's face today. He's super happy, grinning here and there. All right. So since we were, talking about history, as you said, Sterling probably diving in the past. He has a history of diving. Let's talk about the history of your two teams. England making it to a major European champion final for the first time. All I think it was like 1966. It's your last one. So can you quickly tell us, Chinmay, how you're feeling about being in the final? Just very quickly, because we can see that you're pretty
Um,
happy about it.
So number one, if you talk about England, don't say the word history because we don't have any. For the last 60 years, we've been, the coming up and going down again. I think with England, it is all about the future, and you can see it on paper right now. You can see it tomorrow night. It is about the future. Whether we win or tomorrow, it is about the future. You can see all these young players on the TV. And one more thing, just want to scare Fateh a little bit. We have a 100% record in the finals, played one and won one. So just want to tell Fateh that we can actually double that record tomorrow.
Fateh, coming to you, you all have been pretty well. You all have an unbeaten run as well coming into this. So, how you feel about being in the final?
We've lost two finals. The Euro 2000 final, which was real heartbreak, and that was the first time that I was actually supporting Italy. The Euro 2012 final, it was not a contest. I think we were so bad. But we won this tournament in 1968. So, if you say to Chinmay that you haven't won a major tournament since the 60s, since 1966, then Italy has not won a major, well, Italy has not won the Euro since the 60s, since 1968. So we've got a very checkered history, lots of World Cups, four World Cup triumphs. Other than Germany, I think Italy is the team to have made the most number of major finals. So it is European royalty. But what's scaring me is that there are England is the 13th team to make a debut as a finalist in the Euros, and only three out of the previous 12 teams have lost their first final. So that's very scary. I mean, I think the odds are with England. So that's scary. Wembley, the home fans and the confidence with which Chinmay is looking in the screen. I mean, all of that is most definitely scary. But what I know as an Azzurri fan is that when the odds are stacked against the Italians, when they are the underdogs, they are at their best at that stage. And I think we are the underdogs here, and that is why I think that's going to work to our advantage. And you're going to probably see a massive upset tomorrow.
Mhm. I know you did mention about them playing at Wembley. So, Chitra, do you think this is more of an advantage for your team?
Advantage, yes, because the fans will be there. The fans will be
We hope
shouting our
no more
name.
lasers. We hope no more
Look,
lasers, but
look,
yeah.
no, no. Again, look. Let's not make tomorrow's preview episode of let's go to England's wrongdoings. You can talk about lasers, you can talk about whatever you want, but honestly, look, did it even affect Schmeichel? Number one, and number two, as I've said on this platform before, a few deluded fans or a few fans who are not of the good kind do not affect a fan base. And I'm just going to be honest. The truth is that our fans on a lot of our fans, most of our fans are very supportive. They love the players. You can see the reactions when Kane did turn it in, and I'm pretty sure they will be on song tomorrow night. Advantage, I would say so because of the fans, but again, as Fateh has rightly said, the only reason I am scared of Italy is because it's Italy. If you say advantage for another team, it's actually an advantage for Italy because they always go under the radar. Nobody even said Italy as favorites. They were always saying dark horses Italy. Yeah, they were saying dark horses, and guess what? The dark horses are in the final. So they've always been under the radar this tournament, and that is the biggest reason to be scared of them.
Okay, we have a question. Chinmay, would you want Southgate to play Henderson with experience considering the impact he's having or continue with Rice?
That's a very good question, and I think I think by tomorrow morning we'll get to know the lineup. That is the kind of leaked news which comes with the England national team. By tomorrow morning we'll know the lineup. I don't want to comment on that. I would actually say that Rice is a good player. Rice has been, he hasn't performed to the best of his abilities, but Rice has, done a good enough job. And the only way I think we do beat Italy, is if we are able to get hold of Italy's midfield and create a higher tempo than them. If that is the case, I think I would still stick with Rice and Phillips, and just try to get hold of Italy's midfield like Spain did.
Okay, and talking about squads, Fateh, your team barely conceded any goals, like just a couple of them this tournament, especially. So I know Chinmay is just like, yeah, we could just conceded one goal. So we have a question for you. Do you think Emerson and Lorenzo are the weak links, or would you go with Lorenzo?
See, Emerson and Di Lorenzo definitely are not the best wing backs out there for the Italians. I mean, I'm very surprised Darmian was not called up by Mancini, but it is what it is. I don't think Florenzi will get a look in. I think he did pick up a knock earlier in the tournament, so he's probably not going to be playing. And the big question for Mancini is, does he play? How does he stop Sterling and Saka? Because against the Danes, if there were two players that sort of made a difference, it was Saka and Sterling. So how does he counter that? And is Emerson good enough to sort of stop those two? Do we change formation? Because we do have a very good young defender in Bastoni in the squad, but he's not played a lot for the Italians. Mancini has not changed his formation, so I think we'll play the 4-3-3. We will play Emerson, And as Chinmay said, I think the midfield battle will be very important. I think we will probably have to play a more attacking game, which can obviously backfire, especially because the English have such good counter attacking players. But it's very important that we keep the ball, that we probably dominate them from the midfield. And because if we keep defending, if we play the way we played against the Spanish, then we'll simply be asking the Britishers to sort of come on to us. And that is a very scary proposition, because, the kind of pace, the kind of options that England has on the bench, there's no way that Italy can compete with that. So, yes, absolutely. I think Di Lorenzo and especially Emerson are the weak links, but it is what it is. It's a final. So, I mean, I think we will have to, play a more attacking game so that we can put England under pressure. Because if we sit back and ask the likes of Saka and Sterling and Kane to come at us, then that's a recipe for disaster.
Okay, and talking about Kane and Sterling, we have another question. Bit of banter here, but Chinmay, I know we've already spoken a bit about this, but
No,
let
it's
me hear
okay.
you
It's okay.
directly.
It's okay because this is the way it's going to go. And I can assure Fateh, I'm not taking any shots here at Fateh. But if England do go on to win, for the next 3 years, for the next 4 years, it will always be remembered as England won but Sterling died. Always, always. In If you have a look at the Cricket World Cup in 2019, everybody says England won, but it was Stokes who did that kind of cheating. So you always it is always with England because of the fans, maybe because of the kind of reactions they give. I think it is always something with England that whenever something good happens, there's always some discredit given to England too. So it's okay. I can live with it. If we have that European Championship trophy sitting with us, it's okay. People like Jaideep and other people, they can keep on bantering us for the next 3 4 years. It's okay.
Fateh, do you have anything to add to that question?
No, I don't mind dives. I mean, at least a lot of the Britishers have had for example, as Gary Neville said, he agreed that it was a dive, but they simply said we don't care. And hopefully, going forward, we don't see the double standards from the British commentators, because there was a time when Italians were known for being thugs, for being cheats, for being divers. But this is a disease that all of modern football, suffers from. I just hope the referee does not give soft penalties, soft free kicks, because it's easy for for the referee to get overawed with this kind of the fans in Wembley. I mean, no Italian fans, nobody can travel from Italy, so obviously it's going to be a packed stadium full of Englishmen who want the tournament to come home. So I mean, as long as the referee is unbiased, I'm
Yeah,
okay with whatever happens in the
I
match.
think he is going to be unbiased because I think it's
Yeah.
2 years if I'm not wrong, and he has had I think good games this tournament. So I think I hope I'm not no banter here, but I mean this with my heart. I hope we get to see 90 minutes or
Yeah.
possibly 120 minutes of good football with no controversy.
Yeah, I know the people in the comments definitely agree with what you both said about it. And yes, we're hoping for some good refereeing in the game tomorrow. But let's set all the stats aside, and we picked out something, that gives Fateh and Italy a kind of advantage, or this may be something that actually shakes England. So we're going to play it.
See, don't be on the road too tough, I still cut you with a local touch. Could've ran off the plug, I kept it real and I showed him love. Little bro on the poker touch, where we grow up, it's so covered. Fancy me on the block.
So yeah, as you saw that reel that we got off Instagram, credits to whoever made it. But
Won't shake us. Won't shake us. I'll tell you why.
No, but
Chennai, he can't do that to Harry Kane, so won't really shake the English team tomorrow.
no, I think see, it's very interesting that you played that clip of Cellini and Jordi Alba, because in I remember the Euro 2012 final where Jordi Alba had a very good game and Cellini went off injured very early on, and we fell apart defensively in that game. And so to see Cellini sort of get into the heads of Alba, who was pretty stunned at that moment, that was beautiful to see. And as Chinmay said, Harry Kane, Cellini I think played for Juventus against Harry Kane.
Against Kane,
Juventus
yeah, and he
knocked
knocked
out.
him out. And he knocked him out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's Harry Kane does not. It's not Harry Kane that I'm afraid of. It's Sterling and Saka down that wing doing stuff for Harry
Oh,
Kane. And
Big
we
words there,
in
Fateh.
Italy.
Big words
Yeah,
there. Big,
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
might have to
Because
eat that up tomorrow because if Kane
no,
scores
I mean
the winning header
Kane
or the
scores,
winning
but
penalty,
Kane scores, but I'm scared of the assist that comes down those wings. I mean, Kane may score, but because Cellini and Bonucci could be in the center, but our wing backs, as Ankit rightly said, RCB, and that's what is scaring me. And England have a plethora of fast wingers. I mean, young, fast wingers doing well for their clubs, all in top form. So that's what scares me. But yeah, Cellini versus Kane, I think Cellini will bully him.
And okay, we have another question. But before we go on to that, Fateh, when you mentioned Saka, I bet a whole bunch of Arsenal fans just rejoiced at that at the
I know
moment.
one. I know one who appears on the Fanspire a lot. He must be sitting here watching this episode like a proud dad. Like Advait said, like a proud dad. He must be, oh, Saka, my boy's there.
Shout out to Joshua and all the other Arsenal fans who come on our show. All right, so we have a question from Samar, and Fateh, you can go ahead and answer it.
Absolutely. I already said, I mean, we are looking at the referee. We do not want him to be under pressure tomorrow. With all that's happened with regards Sterling, with the fans, I mean, the Queen they're saying is going to be in the stadium, Boris Johnson. I mean, it's a carnival for the Englishmen, and the referee, one bad mistake. I mean, look, I'm okay losing the game. As long as it's on merits, we don't want the referee to be the center stage. Neither the Englishmen nor the Italians. We don't want the referee to sort of be the star of the game as he was in the game against Denmark. So as long as England win it on the pitch or the Italians win it on the pitch, you can agree to that. But when the referee is the star, like in England versus Denmark, then that leaves a very bitter taste in your mouth. And I mean, so sad for the Danes. I mean, we are so sad for the Danes. Our hearts bleed for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Poor
Okay.
Danes. I mean, the referee got them.
Referee got them. The referee got them.
Okay, and we have another question for RCB and Chelsea fans. Would it be fair to say that Southgate would be manager of the tournament if England wins? If England wins, and after the stickies gotten this year, Chinmay.
I don't care if England win the tournament. I don't care if they don't. Put it out. You can clip this out. Whatever you want to do. For me, for anyone who actually watches football, Southgate is the manager of this tournament because you know the hopes of an England fan getting the English national team to do so well, having a good relationship with the media, and also getting all these club rivals to come on in and play together as a team never achieved before, never, and only one man has done it, and it's Gareth Southgate. He's got us into the semis in 2018, and he's now into the final. As I said at the very start of this speech, I don't care if he wins it. I don't care if he doesn't win it. He is the manager of the tournament because Mancini, everybody knows he is the king. I would say the king. He's won it in England. He's won it with City. He's won a lot of stuff in his career. But Gareth Southgate was always known as a person who's going to bottle it, who's not good enough, and he's shown the world that he is good enough. So I would actually
You
say,
know,
manager of the tournament, irrespective of who wins, I think it needs to go to him.
So I think it's very interesting looking at how the Hodgson years were for the Britishers. The Englishmen. I mean, Euro 2012, the quarterfinal was between Italy and England, and Roy Hodgson's
Panenka,
team
the,
played
the Panenka penalty.
Anelka from Perlo. So it was a very that English team was very good. I mean, they had guys like Gerrard and Ashley Cole, and they did well. I mean, I think making the quarterfinals. But then the World Cup in Brazil was a disaster.
That
The
is we
previous Euro
finished
for England was
last.
a disaster. Yeah, and
Yeah,
and again Italy beat England at in Brazil too. So I mean,
it's okay.
but yeah, but it's okay. So
You
and
also
Euro
finished fourth.
2016 was
Okay, you
also
also
Euro
finished
20
fourth.
yeah, Euro
You also finished
2016
fourth.
was also Euro 2016 was also a disaster for England, and
Yeah,
nobody expected England to be making the semi-finals of the previous World Cup, and they were
yeah,
so good in that. And then I think even though England were the favorites for this tournament, a lot of people said, if they finish top of the group, they're going to play somebody like France or Portugal or Germany. They're going to be out, but they've actually beaten the Germans. And to sort of have a semi-final of the World Cup and a final at Euros under your CV, that means you are a good coach. So I think Gareth Southgate deserves all the plaudits and all the respect. And he's been so pragmatic. I mean, he's kept it defensively so tight. England have never looked like conceding a goal. The goal that they conceded against the Danes was off a free kick. So it's not as if it's come from open play. So they've still not conceded a goal this whole tournament from open play. And I don't think anybody would have expected England to be that good defensively, but they have been.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, Gareth Southgate deserves respect and probably a contract extension.
And we have another question. So Fateh, who was your Italian player of the tournament? And
Um,
considering,
everybody's in love with Chiesa. We've always known what he can do. I was so surprised. I think I said at this the first tournament, the preview tournament, that I expected Chiesa to start and not Berardi. And wisdom seems to have dawned on to Mancini. Chiesa is starting. Chiesa will start tomorrow. So I'm very happy to see him do well, even though he plays for Juventus. But it's really been a team effort. I think as the question said, Spinazzola has been injured. Yes, Spinazzola was good, but Spinazzola is not Maldini. So I mean, it's really been a team effort, and we need more. We need the whole team together tomorrow as well to beat the Englishmen. So I think it's been a team effort. If you had to single out one player, surely everybody would say Chiesa. And that's okay. I think he's been fantastic.
yeah. And since we're talking about players, can you like just quickly just predict your starting 11?
So I think in Italy the debate is, should Immobile start, because Immobile physically is not imposing. Belotti probably physically offers more, especially against somebody like Harry Maguire. So the and Mancini came out in the press and said, yes, Immobile has not had a good tournament, but your weakest link can sometimes be your strongest link. So he's already called him pretty weak. So I mean, I think that's the big issue that we have: Immobile or Belotti. Other than that, if we are playing the same 4-3-3, then you expect the same players, Insigne, Immobile, Chiesa. In midfield, Verratti, Jorginho, and Barella, and then obviously Emerson, Chiellini, Bonucci, Di Lorenzo, and Donnarumma. So I mean, it won't be a change, I think. And I personally would have loved to see Mancini counter Southgate's 5-3-2 with a 5-3-2. Probably double up on Saka and probably play Bastoni, but he's not going to do that. He's going to play 4-3-3. So yeah, same lineup.
Okay. And Chinmay, we all know how Southgate is with the lineup, very, he surprises all of us. So I'm going to ask you what is going to be Chinmay's lineup for the England team, not Southgate.
My lineup for
Yeah.
England game, I would go with the. What would I go with? I think because it is a final and because we have played we have played defensively. I think I would stick between either a 4-4-3-3. I would, because I would want to counter the Italians' tempo, or I would go again with a five back. Uh, Either way, Maguire, Stones, Shaw, and Walker are immovable. I don't think they move at all. Phillips and Rice stay there. I think it's pretty much going to be the same team of the semi-final. Apart from if there is a tactical glitch Southgate can look for, I think it is going to be the same level. I think, and because also if it's if it is working for you, why change it? Uh, if you are 1-0 down or nil all or something, Grealish can come on, Sancho can come on, Rashford can come on. So I think we might just go on with the
Okay.
same lineup.
Yeah. And now we have Joshua who are saying Chinmay is coming home as long as you don't wear that jersey. So for a little bit of context, we had the watch along live for the last match, and Chinmay was wearing his England jersey, but he was like, "No, this is unlucky for me. I'm going to change." And as soon as he changed, England scored.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm never wearing that again on an England match day. So, I can wear it any day, but never on an England match day. So, Fateh, be scared. Also, just want to put this out. We speak about facts and Fellaini and my unlucky Josie. Last time Chelsea won the Champions League, last time City won the Premier League, happened together. Italy were in the final and Italy lost the final. So, just kudos to Fateh. Second time that's going to be happening tomorrow. It's okay.
okay, and do we have any other superstitions from you both? Any fun things that you all follow religiously or not so religiously?
I have no superstitions. I don't know why I'm
I,
feeling very
I
calm
didn't
about
too.
this
Don't
game.
worry. I also did not have any superstition till like day before. Till Joshua told me that this Joshi needs to be changed, and I said okay. I think that's the thing. Fateh, you on for tomorrow? You on for tomorrow's watch along?
Absolutely, absolutely.
you
Absolutely, absolutely.
you on for tomorrow's heartbreak? You want to do it live?
How I became a Azzurri fan was that Euro 2000, especially that final defeat against the French.
Oh,
And
then
I've
this might be
seen,
the tournament. This might be the tournament where
so
you become an England fan. So it's okay. It's
no, 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 no. I was not a France fan. I became an Italy fan, and so I mean, I don't mind the watch along. I am very calm actually. I'm very serene right now. I don't know why, but I think we'll play this game at our tempo. We know how to tackle these fast-paced attacking players. I mean, yes, it's an aging defense. Yes, there are a lot of weak links, but that was true even against the Belgians, and we neutralized them pretty well. It was true even against the Spanish. We conceded two chances to them throughout the game, really two good chances. And we didn't really have that much of a problem defensively. England is a different beast, I agree. But if there's one team that you sort of back to defend it out and ride it out against the Britishers, I think it's Italy. So I'm pretty confident. I don't think we need superstitions. I think we'll see a very very good Italian performance. We'll be calm, we'll be serene, we have the experience. And it's great that they have so many fans, but imagine if the Italians take the lead. I mean, how many fans out there can go around, go home and change their jerseys like Chinmay? It worked once, it's not going to work again.
And as we previously talked about tactics, as being a Chelsea fan also does have a say with it. Great. And thanks so much to all the fans who've been putting in their comments. And of course, we have another one. Chinmay, what will happen if England loses? How do you see your Monday?
um, first preview again. First preview. I think you can. I'm going to take credit for this. I'm going to take credit for this. Okay, first preview I said, and I very confidently said that if we do get to the finals, or if we do get to the semi-finals, so I've actually predicted this. I said that if we do get to the semis or finals, it will be a successful tournament for England, because of the way England plays, and because this is the first tournament. If we lose on Sunday night, of course Monday will be the day for heartbreak, and I'll be thinking, oh, what could we have done, and how did we lose to the Italians? And I think from Tuesday it will just be feeling proud of your team. I don't think you can not feel proud of the achievements of this England national team. And then, as I always say, summer we go again. 2022, we go again. It's okay.
And I think that's very, it's the same sentiment even for Mancini, because when this tournament started, Mancini wrote this heartfelt letter to the Italian nation, because the Italians had suffered from COVID. And he said, look, a lot of games are taking place in Rome. It's time for the whole nation to heal. It's time for the whole nation to come together. But if you look at me also in the preview show, I said maybe Italy reaches the quarterfinals, maybe the semifinals, on a good day. But nobody would have expected this Italian team to be in the finals. And a lot of people are saying they've been very impressed with the way the Italians have played. And that, so I mean, nobody expected Italy here. I mean, I think the favorites were France, Portugal, Belgium, Germany. Nobody was looking at least even England, because of all the home support and all their matches being at home. They were still considered favorites, but nobody gave Italy a chance. And I think that's when Italians are the best. So, yeah, I mean, well done to Mancini. I think Italy are the underdogs, and if we lose, we lose. But then it's already a massive success getting here.
Okay. And quickly, we'll take another question from Joshua. Chinmay, quickly.
Joshua, this is Joshua, the Arsenal fan who wants Saka to start. Okay, we'll start Sancho, and then Saka will have to sit out because Sterling's in the goal scoring form of his life, and Kane is never getting dropped. So look, at the start of the tournament, maybe I would have said, "Oh, why not Sancho? Why not Rashford?" But I think again, as everybody's been saying, Southgate has proved a lot of people wrong. He knows who to choose. He knows when to choose them. He's created impacts with the substitutions. So I think you have to give it to Southgate. I cannot not agree with the Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, cool. And since we're still, talking about players, because of course we have to talk about the players of these two teams who have been phenomenal. I think both the teams have been really good, but I think we haven't talked about the keepers. And like the RCB and Chelsea fan has also said. So let's quickly get your views on this. What about penalties? What about the keepers? How are you all feeling about your respective keepers?
So I gave that stat before the last game against Spain that no team has actually won two penalty shootouts on the trot So if that is true, then I don't want this game going to penalties. Even though Donnarumma did very well, he's
It's
already a
England. It's
PSG
England.
player.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah. So I
Don't
mean
worry.
that's scary, But then no, even if it's England, I mean, inevitably the law of averages suggests that someday England is going to win a penalty shootout.
Let's
So I
hope.
mean, I don't want, yeah. So I don't want it to go to penalties. I do hope Donnarumma has a very
Maybe
calm, serene
plot
game, and he
twist.
doesn't have to make any saves. So
Fateh, plot
I hope
twist.
that, yeah.
2012 revenge is taken in Wembley tomorrow night. Never know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know, you never know. So and Buffon saved only one penalty, and Buffon was not somebody. Buffon was a fantastic goalkeeper, but he was not somebody who saved a lot of penalties. I
Yeah,
think that was one.
Lampard missed a penalty. Frank Lampard missing a penalty. I mean,
I don't think Lampard was in Euro
I
2012. I think Ashley Cole missed one, and there was somebody else.
Lampard.
I don't know.
I think Lampard. No, that
Lampard
was
missed
against
in
Portugal. That was
2006.
against Portugal. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. That was against
2006.
Portugal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
yeah,
no. The reason I'm saying Lampard is because I've been watching the whole day today. I've been listening to Three Lions and I've been watching all of our heartbreaks. I'm not even joking. I've been watching
yeah.
all penalty shootout misses, all finals, all semis exits, and I've been listening to Three Lions. So sorry about that, Gaff. But yeah, so Lampard missed one against Portugal. And I think in 2012 again, 2012 is mainly I only remember because of the class of Andrea Pirlo. So I just hope. Who do you not like, Fateh? Who do you not like? Sterling, right? I hope Sterling can do a Panenka tomorrow. I just hope.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? So, but yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Yeah, continue, sir.
Yeah, so I hope that Donnarumma doesn't have a busy night. I hope he has no saves to make. I hope that he has a very quiet night. But he is a very good goalkeeper. I mean, he's being touted as the future best goalkeeper in the world. Uh, he's being paid a lot of money by PSG. So I mean, and they've been fans. There've been incidents where fans have been throwing dollar notes at him. Yeah, absolutely. So he's had a lot of criticism too, and very broad shoulders that he's actually dealt with that, and he's been very good. I don't think we've seen him make howlers or mistakes. But having said that, if you followed his AC Milan career, every now and then, Donnarumma has a stinker. He makes those howlers. So I really hope he's up for it, and I hope it's Pickford who's making the howlers tomorrow.
No. He with England he does not. He does all of that for his club. For countries always on song. I think yeah. I mean, just going back to Joshua's previous question. I'm sorry, speaking a little bit late here, but I just read some reports saying that Sancho is actually as I said before, the England lineup keeps on getting leaked up. So there are reports that Sancho is actually training uh, an extra harder mile than the others. So I don't know. There is some talk. Maybe it might just be to scare or to throw the other tactics at the Azuris, but there are talks of Sancho actually starting in place of Saka. So again, never know. It might just be another tactic to throw off the opposition. Maybe it will be the same level. But let's reports have come in that Sancho has been training a lot today, and Phil Foden sit out of training today. That is one thing. Some minor knock. So Phil Foden did not train the whole day today. So again, never know. Can't believe the English news, but when it is out, you will know because English media does not support England itself. It likes to leak up the lineup, so can't really help them out.
No, I think that's just mind games from the British media and the Englishmen. I don't think they'll
No,
be
there it is
brave
not
enough.
British media,
I don't.
Fateh. It is stupid
I
media. They don't support
I'm
anyone.
telling
They
you,
don't support
I am
anyone.
telling you, for all the acclaim that Southgate is getting, I am very certain he's not brave enough to drop Saka after that performance in the last game.
He is
I
brave.
don't think
He's
he'll be
brave.
brave enough.
No. I will disagree. I will disagree. I'm not saying Saka
Really?
will be dropped, but I think the biggest thing about Southgate is he doesn't listen to others. If he had to listen to others, even Priyanka knows this, even Fateh, even you know this, he would be playing 4-5-1, or he would be playing a 4-4-2 or something. He would be playing Mount, Grealish, Kane, Rashford, Sancho every single match if he was to listen to other people or the media or whatever. The best thing about Southgate is that he doesn't listen to the others. He has his own mindset. And I think that is the thing that differentiates him from the others. So I think just saying this out, if Saka does get dropped, he is brave enough to do that. And I think RCB and Chelsea fan TV, Ankit has just put in a comment. Of course, he was brave enough to sub Grealish. He was brave when he had just come on. Why? Because he wanted to go to a five back. So that tells you he's brave enough to do all of that. I don't
But
believe
he's
your assessment of
is
him is
he
right.
no? But is he brave enough to start Sancho over Saka? He might look at the game and
Sancho
change
performed very well
mid-game.
against Ukraine. So look again, only rumors. Maybe Saka will do the same role against Italy. But again, as you rightly said, Emerson loves to go forward, right? Emerson loves to go
Yeah,
forward. If we do have Jadon Sancho on the right wing, he can create havoc.
yeah, absolutely.
And
So
if
I mean,
Walker is able to keep Emerson under check, then Sancho has a whole free land for him for 90 minutes.
and I
So
think
never know.
a more an Italian coach, a typical Italian coach would have actually changed formation, probably played 5-3-2, probably had somebody like Bastoni and Emerson double up on that side. But Mancini is, I don't think
He's
he's
not
ever
the
played a five
traditional.
three two or 3.
Yeah. He's not
Yeah,
a
he's not a
traditional Italian
traditionally.
manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mancini even as a player was an attacker. So I've seen him play for Lazio. He's always had a very attacking mindset. So I mean that's very scary as a Italian fan because this is the perfect game to be very defensive, at least on that wing. But Mancini, I think he's not going to do that. But let's see how it goes.
Tomorrow's all down to tactics. I hope again. Just want to drop it. If we are ending in a few minutes, whatever. Just want to drop it. Declan Rice is under pressure. Jack Grealish hasn't scored a goal so far. Immobile is under pressure. I'm telling you, the thing is, in a final, if one of these players, any of these players who have had a stinker so far, yeah, if they score a goal, everybody forgets everything. If Immobile scores a goal, I don't think Mancini will ever call him weak again. So that really tells you this. It's all about tactics, and it's all about a one moment in the final.
And because Mancini was a forward, he's been this supportive of Immobile because he
Yeah,
understands that, attackers, they can go through these low points where they don't score. So, I mean, Mancini's been fantastic for the young talent in Italy. I mean, he lets them play, he lets them be. But then again, you need a proper tactical, thorough tactical Italian old school manager sometimes. And I just fear he's not one of those.
yeah, you can get ready for Chiesa being shut down by Luke Shaw. Brought and bred in Southampton, and don't worry, he'll be shut down tomorrow. So Chiesa machine will not work tomorrow. It's okay.
I hope that tactics work for both of your teams. And yeah, I bet you all wish you all were there,
Before we end this,
advising some coaches.
no, I wanted to do this before I came on. Priyanka, who are you supporting? From the start of the Euros, and
Okay.
do not tell me neutral. No, 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 do not say neutral. Which was
Okay.
your one
So
team?
all right. So, as you all spoke about the watch along, and you guys said that you all would love to do a watch along. I bet the fans also want a watch along. Hopefully, guys comment. Do you all want a watch along or no? Because I know it's a lot of fun, and I'll be telling you all who I'm supporting on the watch
No,
along.
no,
So,
no, no, no. That is good. That is good. That is good. That is who
guys,
you're going to be
what
supporting
watch
tomorrow.
Well
along
played.
tomorrow?
Well played.
Who did you
Well
support
played.
since the start? Who did you support since the start of the tournament? I'm asking.
For the
Who was your
tournament,
one team?
I was just looking for good football matches, and
That
to
is,
find out who I'm
I'm
supporting
pretty sure she's a
tomorrow
German or
for the
Portugal
watch
fan
along.
or a French fan who's just, who just, who just making up
No,
excuses
no,
right
no.
now.
Don't want you to make any assumptions, Chinma. It's fine. So yeah, we'll come to on the watch along tomorrow. And yes, so of course I'd like to quickly shout out to Vineet, who's been really creative. And if you all can see, our names have been changed to "It's Coming Home" or "It's Coming to Show." So good one there, Vineet. And yes, so let's quickly move on to predictions for the game, the scoreline, and who do you think will score? Chinmay is just like,
Um,
no.
No, no,
Okay, yeah,
no.
prediction, go ahead.
Sorry, Fateh. You can handle this segment. I'm not predicting anything. Not in England's first final in like in my parents and my grandfathers and lifetime. Not. I'm not predicting something.
I actually am predicting a open game, because with the way things are, I'm so scared of those wingers that England have that I think Italy will have no option but to keep the ball, play an attacking game. So we probably will not see a game like we played against the Spaniards. So I mean, I think we will have goals, probably 3-2. But which way? Heart says Italy, so let's go with that. I think Italy to win and 3-2.
Okay. So, Chinmay, I believe you're not going to be giving us any predictions today. Okay,
No, no
guys,
predictions.
don't forget to
Only thing I
watch
can tell
along
you
to
is
Chinmay's
only
prediction.
thing I can tell you is that I hope and I think for the first time England wins it. Nothing else. I'm not being biased here. I just feel because of the home advantage, because of everything that has gone with England, and because of the biggest factor is we're defensively secure. So I think England might actually edge this one out. And if we don't, sad enough, but we go again. I just hope for a good game and then England win, and it's coming home. Don't worry.
Okay, and of course, as football fans, we're in for a treat this weekend. We've got the Copa America finals as well. Another brilliant showdown going to be happening over there. Messi versus Neymar, Brazil versus Argentina. And in fact, yesterday we had fans on the show and we did discuss about it. So guys, do go check that out as well. And of course, do like this video. Chinmay and Fateh have been a part of the Euros and the discussion for such a long time, and it's been so fun, so much happening, so much banter as well, and we absolutely love it. A lot of banter around Chinmay as well, so do check out our Instagram page too. And of course, yeah, do subscribe to our channel for lots more content. And before we end, we spoke about how you all will be on Monday if you lose, but I want to know what are both of you are going to do if your respective team wins. How are you going to be celebrating? Chinmay, go first.
Um, the Fanspire team has a lunch on me. That's all I can say. The Fanspire team has a lunch on me. Whoever's part of the Fanspire family has a lunch on me. And I promised I would be singing "It's Coming Home," but I do that every single episode, so that's nothing new. But you will just see a whole new Chinmay, a whole cocky, confident Chinmay. Who will just be saying anyone has any argument with me on the Fanspire, I would just be saying it's home. So just don't talk. And that's all I would be doing.
Okay, Chinmay is going to just be singing "It's Coming Home." And Fateh, how are you going to be celebrating the win?
I am probably going to be opening a bottle of nice Italian champagne, and dinner and drinks for all the Fanspire team will be on me. Chinmay is just giving you lunch,
No,
come
send
on. I
send one
mean, I
over
think
for
this
me.
calls
Send one over
this
for me.
calls yeah. So this calls for a lot of celebrations, a lot of drinking and memory making. So yeah, I'll be partying the whole week if we win.
I'm so glad you're both included the Fanspire team as well. We're super glad to be doing this with you all. Yeah, and also fans watching this, we'd like to know how you all are going to celebrate if your team wins, whether it's the Copa America finals or the Euro 2020 finals. So do put it in the comments. And yes, that's all we have for today, folks. It's been really fun. I bet we can talk a lot more about it, but that's all for now. If we want to hear more, I think we should all tune into the watch along tomorrow. Yes, guys?
Is there
I
is
don't know.
there a
I think
watch along
Chinmay.
tomorrow? I mean, there was a lot of talk of my friend Summer coming on because there was some talk about that. If I am on the watch along tomorrow, I'll be very scared, honestly. So you will not see the same Chinmay you have been seeing, on for the last 43 minutes. But let's just hope if we do have a watch along, the fans will see a whole new side of you. Will see the Man United side of me, scared for the whole match. So it's okay.
Okay, and on that note, we're going to end the show for today. I'd like to thank Chinmay and Fateh. Thank you so much for coming on again. Also, to all those viewing the show, whether it's live or whether it's even afterwards, big thank you to you guys as well. It's because of your comments and questions that it makes the show just so much more enjoyable. Also, shout out to the Fanspire team who works day in and day out to keep, getting the fans together, building the community as well. It's super fun doing this. And thank you once again. We'll see you with lots more content for the Euro 2020 and Copa America finals. So stay tuned to our Twitter page. And on that note, thank you so much again and good night.